Hello world, hope you're doing great. If not, as always, hope it gets better for you. If you remember my last video, I showed how I was setting up all these summer tubs and I was about to start working on some ponds, and I'm going to go ahead and share with you those today, and we're going to take a look at that easiest aquarium aquascape I made. I got these stakes and there's actually a fishing line. Goes all the way down and around. Marks my area for the new pond. I gotta start digging. I'll have to move these, which means I'll have to move the babies, I'll have to move the rice fish, which will probably go over here somewhere. Even though those are 10 gallons, I may be able to just pick those up, not even have to move anything out of them. Maybe just set them aside here. Or I can put them along here. But either way, get her done. I'm gonna have 3 of those next to that. All right, getting it dug here, but it's about time I gotta move these. You can see on the top there, there's a bunch of black rice fish babies in this one and the first one. Then also here in the second one. And then the third one has the actual group of rice fish. Last one hasn't been used yet. That was with plants that I got from my backyard. As from plants that I got from my pond. They didn't do too well out here as far as these regular ones, just kind of putting them here and there. This did great because it could actually move up and out. Nice red stem there. But over here, the planted one that we did, it did phenomenally well. The one that was just completely planted. Full plants, really thick, grown out really well. Did do water changes on it. So as I've been saying for a long time, water changes do help plants. And it's been months. And you can see that grass that I didn't think was gonna make it, actually did make it. Ended up getting up and out and started spreading around. You can see quite a few plants there hanging out of the top of the water. Even the red stem plants, as well as this grass here on this side. This is like long hair grass, some sort of long hair grass. It has been doing phenomenal in here. And you see it's fully covered. Then you get up from the top view, there's another plant in here. Looks kind of like a hornwort. It may actually be a bladderwort though, I believe. Which isn't really the best for breeding. Would want to get that stuff out. Whether it's a hornwort or a bladderwort. I'm pretty sure it's a bladderwort. Because see the little things at the end of the leaves? Those are used to grab. There is still some hydrocotyle left in there. Never did put any fish in here. Could use pulling out a little bit of algae. You can see the algae grew around the plant that didn't do good. So if you have unhealthy plants, you'll probably have more algae. Or sometimes algae feeds off of dead leaves, decaying material, stuff like that. So there you go. Before we move it, one last final look. It did good. It did real good. All of them really did. Well, they're looking for fire ants here first. Oh yeah, there they are. I didn't want them crawling up my arm. Big old spider. Get them off this tank. Pull this paint off. Got picked up. Move quick. Okay. Boom. Dangerous game with them fire ants. They're on the scramble. So when I do that, I'm actually picking up and sliding the front and pulling the back. Not really just dragging it. Little trick. Try not to slosh. Ooh, I'm sloshing. Oh, man. Alright, go ahead and get this one empty. It's a little too big to be manhandling. Make sure I do it away from where I'm digging. Taking as much water out as I can. It'll make it easier. Leaving it how it is. Then we'll refill. The aquarium garden is expanding. It's growing. Get this thing filled up. Pretty much took all I had out as far as water. Got their new home. One dug. 2 more to go. Woo woo. It's 2 foot deep. Like 15 foot long. Something like that. Alright, spikes removed off the corners here. Trimmed all the little tree branches off the edges, the little stems that poke out. Leveled it back there to kind of match this grade over here. And should be able to lop these liners on over. Ooh. Getting the liner put in here bit by bit using some weights. Kind of hold it down for me for now. Do have the next one marked out. And what I'll do is I'll start taking from the top of this one and using those top parts to put around this one. Then that'll mark me off into this next one, which will leave me enough space. So I gotta start digging that out. Start putting that up. It will sit a little higher than the others, but it'll be okay. Getting there. 2 birds, 1 stone. I'll just work my way. The next pond to the next pond. Gotta finish that off. Add some substrate in there. Add some water. Little update on the aquascaping tank after we moved it. It's looking good. It is getting more leaf material in there. So I do have an oak leaf. Do have an oak tree right above this. So it may be dropping more debris in here, which means it'll probably grow more algae. So having it underneath that tree is going to make it more of a maintenance thing. Babies are doing good. All the rice fish. See all the little babies. They're really starting to form out here little by little. You have to get that substrate in here. It's 20 foot. 20 foot by 2 by 20 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. It's gonna be a bit of substrate. Thank God I saved all that, of course, digging all this. But this is all rock. Ew. That's been a pain. So it begins. Now this one I'm not too worried about the substrate getting disturbed because it's got a long way to go. Right, almost got it all the way dug out. This is almost full. Finish filling it up all the way tomorrow. I don't know, maybe leave it about here. I only have to go over the side yet. But you can see it, it's crystal clear. What a trough. Imagine all the fish breeding that's gonna go on in there. Woo, long day. Then hopefully tomorrow, go ahead and fence out the third one, finish that one off, get the liner in it, and we'll see, maybe get the edge around this one, which means that'll be the starting of digging. So I want to get this done before May 17th, so I can focus on training, kick Joey's ass. Got it done, even in the rain. I will save adding the substrate for tomorrow, but helping fill that one up. My phone is soaked, and so am I. Woo! As you saw in the last clip, it was raining. It's got water in here. Before I got my sand, all I gotta do now, put sand in it, and then it's done. Some people got corn rows, got fish rows. You see the water on that side? Crystal clear. You can see right through them. But, I made chocolate milk over here. I'm making mud over on the other side, so this is the difference between adding the substrate, then the water, compared to water, then the substrate. Night and day, huge difference. I'm gonna let this settle for a while, then I'll fill it. Because the dirt has smaller space to fall as far as depth. It doesn't have to go all the way down the whole height, which this won't take as long, hopefully. This is what it's like out here in a heavy rain. Look at that little 5 gallon. Oh. That looks pretty gnarly. So you can see where the rain catches up and creates a little mini creek here by my barn too. Probably why the Brazilian pennywort is getting pummeled. Now, sometimes if you have issues with your floating plants, this could be why. That rain was coming down hard. And fish usually go down towards the bottom. You don't have to worry about them so much. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. See you on the next one.